Before we start, huge shout out to Sir Rene for letting us review his figures and also to Hero Comicave for letting us do the review in their place.
And last but not the least, this is actually my favorite armor amongst all Iron Man armors. Although this is not technically, I'm not sure if it's technically or not technically Iron Man, because this is like his old armor, only modified to suit his best friend, or to suit like a pilot that doesn't have the arc reactor, the chest arc reactor. But anyway, I really dig the warmachine armor. Anyway, let me proceed with opening the box. This box feels a bit heavy, and I forgot to open the figure first for a preview. Now the setup of this one looks pretty much like the shotgun armor combined with the Iron Patriot armor. It doesn't have the other armor pieces though, where it's like battle worn. But let's see. It probably has some hidden treasures inside it that we do not know yet. Ooh, has like a heavy load behind it. And again, you have like an attached display manual right there, and another screwdriver to open the figure up, I guess, do some repairs. And you have this transparent tube again for the display stand. And you have a similar stand to the Iron Patriot armor. And there's the Iron or War Machine display stand. Let me put that in. For some reason I'm missing the hook. It's probably somewhere here in the box. But I'll put this here. No, just to save his okay. No, it isn't here. Oh, it's actually together with the figure itself. It's interesting how like each model has a different setup for the packaging. Like one figure has like the display stand attached to the plastic to get that comes together with the plastic case. Another one has like a separate plastic case for the stand, like all of the parts of the stand. But this one, there's a separate plastic case for the stand, but like a part of the stand is together with the figures case. So as you can see, here's the clip to put the. Sorry, I have paint in my hand. So clip. Again, sorry, the clip comes together with like the plastic case of the figure. So I'm going to put that in since I'm not going to use that anyway. And oh, sorry, no. Let me put you there so that no, that's higher. And it also comes with like the silica gel. I think it's to absorb any form of moisture with the figure. You know, when like if you're planning to store it in a cabinet or something for quite a while, so you know that would be useful. So I'm going to put the chest armor back, so just snaps right in. And so you can see this is War Machine in his full glory. Now it has a really nice touch of the matte black. It's not like shiny black, so it's really cool. You know, it actually wouldn't make sense if they painted him with like shiny black. Who goes to war with like shiny black? Anyway, for the figure, what do you know? You have like a very interesting leg swivel right there. But let me proceed first with the articulation. So for the head, like the other previous two big figures, you can move the head just side to side, but not really up and down because it's a bit restricted by the armor. And for the arm, it's in a tight ball joint, so you can still move it like that, you know, up and down, front and back, like, you know, how a typical arm works. And you know, for the shoulder armor, it's similar as Iron Patriot. It's in a ball joint, so you can like move the armor more freely. You can move it side to side, up and down. But you know, for some reason, I feel it's a bit flimsy. But nevertheless, it's still like a good build. It doesn't fall off right away. You know, with normal posing, you shouldn't worry about it. Oh, forgot to include the elbow. So for the elbow joint, looks like it's double jointed, but seems like it's just a single joint. So as you can see here, if you look at the figure from the side, it looks a bit off, but you can get away with it, you know. Just pose him in like any other pose aside from folding his arm, I guess. For the wrist, it's in the ball joint, so you can like rotate it like that, and it would still look fine. And for the body, can't really like make him lean forward because of the armor and how it's built. It's made of metal. And for the leg, you know, you have like a swivel here, so you can turn it around a little bit, but it looks a little off. Yeah. Seems like this part is a bit loose, but you know, it's still good. You don't really need to worry about it since it doesn't really, I don't think it will come off as long as you don't probably force it or like do it on purpose. But as you can see, the figure can still stand without any support like that. So you can, you know, still display it fine despite of the loose leg right there. I think this is the only part that's loose because this other leg here doesn't do that. I don't know. There's, you know, there is always a fix that you can do with these figures. For the knee, it's double jointed, so that's a nice touch there. You can make them like a flying pose like that. And for the feet, you have like a toe joint, so you can move it like that. But like Iron Patriot, it's a bit loose, so you know, just if you like do it like that, it just comes back to, you know, its original form. And then it has like a foot armor as well. Anyway, yeah, it looks definitely is a pretty solid figure. No, for Iron Man fans right out there, this is probably like one of the figures that is something to be proud of. You know, because it's like, no pun intended, but it's made of metal, so it's like iron figure in a way. Yeah. Now for the accessories, like Iron Patriot, you have the shoulder cannon, which you can peg on the back or put on the back like there, and point like that. Let me move it closer to the camera so that you can see. Alright. That's really nice. And I like the touch of red here in the chest armor. So, you know, for all War Machine fans out there, oh, this is again a very nice figure. For the other accessories, you have, similar to the Iron Patriot armor, you have 4 pairs of hands. You have like open hands, like warning hands, a pair of warning hands, like something that will be, if you come closer, I'll kill you hands, I guess. And blasting hands, which I showed you earlier. So it's pretty similar, so I won't bother with, you know, placing the blast here again. And you also have like 2 blasting effects for the figure, similar to again, it's really close to the Iron Patriot figure. So let me put them all together. So as you can see, War Machine and Iron Patriot have the same height. Their armor looks pretty much similar. That's probably because the Iron Patriot armor is based off the War Machine armor. Sorry, and you have like the cannons right there. But you know, depends on which particular armor you dig, of course. But yeah, and this is the shotgun armor, the Mark 40 armor, which I also like. The only restriction with this one is the movement is pretty limited because of the bulkiness of the armor. And yeah, that's probably it. Let me just move them a little bit farther away, and let me just show you again scale of the figures. So this is like close to 6.5 inches tall. Yep. Same goes with the Iron Patriot armor. Oh, it's actually 6. Sorry, 6 inches tall. With the shotgun armor, 6 inches tall. So once again, for the True Blue Iron Man fans out there, get these figures whenever you can. And if you like this review, the very long review, please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you next time.